Ahmed Toha isn't just a child. He's disabled, he's hungry, and he's been on the move since he fled from his home in the Zaytun neighborhood of Gaza City.
Having to move with disability is extremely difficult. One night we were surprised by advancing tanks near the house where we were staying in Khan Yunis. We ran under fire in utter darkness. My uncle carried me through the streets and fields until we reached a safer area. It was a terrifying night.
And this is Hussam Sdoudi, a lawyer with mobility impairments who fled from Shuja'iyya to central Gaza.
Being disabled is something, and being disabled while in charge of a family is quite another. I used to be a lawyer providing for my entire family. I suffered this disability as a result of injury. I fear for my family more than myself. What adds insult to injury is the endless, humiliating and dangerous displacement journeys. We've been through such journeys a dozen times during this genocide.
The lack of facilities and necessary resources makes the experience unbearable. Hassan Qadir, a deaf resident of Gaza, highlights the difficulties he and his pregnant wife have faced during their displacement as they struggle to survive amid unimaginable conditions. The war has turned Mohammed Abu Guri into a wheelchair-bound dependent.
I was a normal person, but last December I suffered this injury. I was hit by a shell, and since then I've lost the ability to walk. Doctors say I need an MRI, which is not available in any hospital in the Gaza Strip. I tried to get transferred to Egypt for treatment, but all my pleas for help fell on deaf ears. I'm really suffering amid these harsh living conditions. I cannot even get to the restroom on my own.
Relief organizations and individual aid volunteers are doing their best to help, but they're overwhelmed.
This camp in Deir al-Balah has been established to provide shelter and support for families with visual, hearing and mobility impairments. The camp includes 93 tents but struggles to provide essential equipment such as wheelchairs and hearing aids due to the restrictions imposed by the blockade.
There are no precise figures on how many civilians have been disabled in the war. What's certain is that their number is growing, as well as their suffering between Israeli relentless bombardment and a ruthless siege. Mohammed, Vall, Al Jazeera.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.